This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 625 for October 14th, 2019. Live, laugh, love, blood points.
Winning doesn't even matter.
Keep calm and stab on.
Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpeer.
Hello.
And the Nimp.
Hello.
Patreon.com/E1M when the ones are numbers. $5 a month. It's cheap. You get all the cool behind-the-scenes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget our merchandise store, TVGP.tv. Check the right-hand side of the page. It's over there. You can buy some really cool and really dumb stuff to put on your body.
Emphasis on
and stickers. Yeah, well, you can put the stickers on your body too. I'm not gonna judge. We did just record a spoiler cast for Control. That will be out at the end of this week. We don't want to put too much stuff on your iPod all at once, right? Right there, fellow kids. You listening?
Or the Zune for you hanger-oners.
That's right. God,
yeah,
I wish my Zune
This
so
is
worked.
a Zune household. Thank you very much.
I loved my Zune so much. God, it was so cool. Just one day I was listening to it at work, and it died. It played its last song.
I'm pretty sure somewhere on the shelves behind me we have 3 of them, and the only thing that's wrong with them is they don't have a working charging cable anymore.
That'll get you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder if there has to be like an underground third-party marketplace for Zune chargers. Like, there's a Zune charger death watch. It's like, we have 15 left in the world. Just hold on to them tight.
Oh yeah. Like those, it's like the arcade hoarders for the CRT TVs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just need to get in the Zune mod community, that's all.
Yeah. Oh man, I bet that's cool. Yeah. Put some LED lights on my Zune.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
This is a video game show, so we should probably talk about those
It's
at
owned
some
by
point.
Microsoft. We're getting there.
That's right. So are we. Our new No, we're not. Let's talk about what you've been playing this past week.
Okie doke. I'm going to have a nice, quick, simple run through this week because I have literally played 4 games.
Okay.
And those 4 games are games that, 3 of them are games that I talk about all the time, so you already know how I feel about them. Can we get a guess for number 1 on the I've played it all the time list?
Dead by Daylight.
Well,
we got a guess number 1 and guess number 2. Ding, ding, and ding, ding. These are 2 of the games I'm going to talk about this week.
Board says.
Yes. 100%.
Yep.
So, yes, we'll start with Dead by Daylight. Dead by Friday happened. The Halloween event has been announced. And there are a whole bunch of gross outfits for killers available there for you folks.
Oh, boy. Nice. Good gross or gross?
Good gross, but not my kind of gross. It takes them and gives them, orange highlights, like they've been dumped in, some form of weird fallout radiation.
Oh.
And then depending on the killer, it can have drippy bits. Or it can have holes in chests with drippy bits. Or in the Plague's case, the vomiting lady, it's just bright orange pustules on the shoulders that are just pulsating gently as they go around. So
no, as if she wasn't bad enough.
Mm-hmm. Was this game rated M?
I believe it is, yes.
Okay, I just wanted to frame a reference for my mind for how disgusting to make these look.
Right.
Yes. There is some pretty horrible things that go on. The only difference is you don't see a knife go into flesh is about the best thing I can say about it.
Oh, okay.
But you see a hook go through flesh.
Yes, you do see people go chest first onto hooks. So yeah, it's probably an M, maybe a 15. Contains fantasy violence. Yeah, sure, fantasy violence.
Peggy, 15.
I think you'll find that's MPEG 15. Thank you very much.
Is that MPEG now? Dead by Daylight is rated M for mature. Peggy, 18.
There we go. Yeah, I think MPEG is actually the movie version, which is
I think
stupid.
so, yeah. And JPEG is the picture version.
Yes, and GIF is a bathroom cleaner.
That's right. That's right. It's not an animated GIF.
I double took you there because you thought I was going to go that way.
was going to stop this show. I was going to shut it down. This is going to be the last episode. An unforgivable sin.
Okay, so yes, I played, speaking of unforgivable sins, I played a lot of Dead by Daylight. Mm-hmm. We did Dead by Friday. Reverse.
We know what you did last Friday.
Yes, you know what I did every Friday. Thank you very much. Right. And it was fun. We had a couple of good rounds, a couple of bad rounds. The usual Dead by Friday kind of stuff.
You live, you love, you lose.
Yes, you live, you love, you lose. You get blood points. You stick those blood points in people. They expand with blood, and then you get more levels. It's great.
Yep, I painted that on my wall.
Yes.
Live, laugh, love, get blood points.
No blood but what we make.
That's right. Blood is thicker than blood points.
How can you tell we've already been recording today, folks? This is how right here.
I'm so tired. I'm tired. Moon has been afflicted by caffeine.
Yeah.
Popped up on 12 shots of espresso and
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Dead by Daylight. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and talk about it for another 20 minutes because I could, but I won't.
Is it still on Game Pass?
I believe, yes, it's still on Game Pass. I think the minimum time for Game Pass, unless it's special, is a year. So,
cool.
Generally speaking, games tend to stick there for around about a year or so.
Nice.
So yeah, go download Game Pass, play some stuff.
Yeah.
Halloween's coming up soon, so they're gonna have like a double or triple blood points event.
Yeah.
The Halloween event is already rolling, which I'm fine with. I don't care about any of the killer's cosmetics. I've got my David smoking a cigarette face with the 1940s tools kind of outfit, so I'm fine.
There you go.
I've got everything I need. Which, funnily enough, I only bought it for my wife, so that's great.
There you go.
So I'm good. Join us, play it. There is almost always a space of a Friday after my wife goes to bed, so jump on in, run away from some killers with us, have a good time. Nymph, I'm looking at you. Yeah. It's fun, and it's literally at the point now where I don't even care if I win or lose. I think Rob, who I played with this week, he's in the same boat where it's yeah, who cares? Let's play. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah,
and then
just
you
have
get
fun.
An absolutely devastating Michael killer who uses the item that gives him 0 terror radius. So literally the first time you realize he's there is when he's picking you off the generator to put you on a hook. So thanks for that, Michael.
Jeez.
Yes. Played a whole bunch more Apex Legends. Ding ding, round number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Season 3 is great. The new map is incredible. I adore it. I still haven't played with the charge rifle yet because I'm in a party with 2 people who absolutely love that thing.
And sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring, so I always make sure that I care the most and give it to those 2.
Yep.
Because there are days when I feel like I am terrible at this game, most days, and there are days when I feel like I'm good at this game, occasionally. But it's fun. The new map is fun. The new battle pass is out. The new battle pass is fun. I'm having fun going through the missions, like the weekly quests that give you free battle pass levels and stuff. I'm having fun just slowly but surely chipping away at that. I play maybe anywhere between 2 to 5 games a day, depending on how the games go. Jump in, do a couple of dailies, jump out, great. Games as a service,
play for an hour and change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If, depending on what's going on, I'll either jump in and play with my wife. If Em is available, we'll jump in with her, play for a while. Don't be afraid, and the listener in question will know because I'm calling them out by saying this. Don't be afraid to install the game and then just send a message, send an invite, hit me up. If I'm otherwise engaged, I will say I am otherwise engaged.
Sure.
Or if my thumb is in too much pain and I can't play anything taxing right now, I will explain that too. Something I forgot to talk about on pre-show.
Oh, well.
There is a reason I have been playing very few games the past couple of days. Well, yesterday and today. Thank you, Dwight. You absolute nightmare.
That's his cat, by the way, for any new listeners.
Who's named after Kitty Trap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who, funnily enough, is named after the Dead by Daylight character.
Yeah.
So, yes. I hate you, cat.
You're so cute, I love you, I hate you.
Yes. That pretty much sums up how I feel with him. Especially, he's sick. He's got a little thick lip, so we've got to take him to the vet.
I saw that.
Saturday.
Is he all right?
He seems to be doing better. My wife already took him to the vet once. We've got antibiotics and painkillers, and it's already
Nice.
going down. So it looks like just an infected pimple.
Good.
Too much nose up butt.
Yeah. Man, I've been there.
Yep. The old fall problem.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm playing Apex. I still haven't unlocked crypto yet. Oh, did I unlock crypto or did I not? I don't know who I unlocked. I forgot already. I feel so sad.
Schrodinger's crypto.
Yes. No, I'm just playing it. I'm trying to deal with my wife's absolute hatred of Bangalore. Not Bangalore. Oh, if I say that, she might kill me. The guy with the shield who I forgot the name of.
Shieldo.
Yes, Shieldo. He fires shields out of his mouth. He's a pink dinosaur-looking thing.
Yep.
But it's fun. I like the game. It's quick. You can have a couple of rounds and play it a lot, or you can sink 10 hours into it and still be having fun by the end of the day.
Yeah. What's your battle pass rank? Do you remember?
I think I'm up to 14 now, which
Nice.
2 weeks in is not bad. My wife is 29.
Moving fast.
Yes. Moving fast, just not moving the same speed as my wife.
Yo, a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need more XP every battle rank level?
So this is the thing that it does. So the weekly challenges, like when you buy the battle pass, it gives you weekly challenges, and the top 4 of those weekly challenges will give you a guaranteed battle pass level.
Okay.
Then the next 4 after that, 3 or 4, will give you 6,000 XP.
Okay.
Every week it resets. So every Tuesday it will say, okay, get 6,000 XP to get a battle pass level. Once you've got that level, it's like get 12,000 XP to get a battle pass level. Once you've got that, it's get 24,000
Gotcha.
to get a battle pass level.
Okay.
Then the next Tuesday it goes back to 6,000 again.
Gotcha.
So
Interesting.
you can like smash through a whole bunch of battle pass levels depending on how much you're playing it on any given day of the week kind of thing. So like I tend to do dailies, which usually give you 3,000 XP. I'll try and do them because every week you do if you do 5 dailies a week, you get a battle pass level, and if you do 10 dailies a week, you get a battle pass level. So that's
Okay.
really easy battle pass levels that you can like level up. I mean, my wife hit 110 on the last battle pass by literally ignoring it for 4 weeks and then playing it and then focusing on it at the end. So
The only reason I'm asking is because the battle pass in Destiny 2 is really interesting. Every rank is 100,000 XP from 1 to 100. So you know that you need that number of XP to get through each one. And I thought that was a really interesting approach to taking it, where it's like it's not like an extra 10,000 every level. It's just, here's your number. That's 1 to 100.
I mean, I like the way they've done it where like it starts off as basically you do one mission and you get a battle pass.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
On top of that, if you buy the premium one, you get XP stacking bonus.
Yeah.
So, let's say I'm battle pass level 10 and my wife is level 29. She might have hit already like 5 or 6 notches where you get plus 10% XP bonus, plus 15% if you come top 5.
Right.
But then the next time she hits that, it's plus 20%, plus 30%, plus 40% every time she hits that specific level. But then if I'm doing it too, then it's plus 40 from her and plus 20 from me. So that's an additional 60% bonus on her XP as we're playing together.
Okay.
So
Smart.
M is the secret recipe here because she's just getting all of the positives from us.
Right.
And never buying the battle pass, so she just gets all of the free gubbins for absolutely free. Yeah,
she's getting like 200 XP, 200% XP, and
exactly.
Smart.
T in chat asks if you can get max level just by doing dailies. I don't think it would be possible because if you're just doing the dailies, you're getting 2 battle pass levels a week, and it's 100 days, so you're probably not going to hit that.
Gotcha.
But that doesn't include the bonus XP for doing dailies and how many,
and winning and all
and
that
how
stuff,
many levels you'll get from that. And to be honest, the weekly challenges, you'll get them anyway. Like, unless you are M and you only play as one character and that one character and never change the weapons that you use, you will get the other ones. Because, like, for example, it's do 750 damage with the triple shot, which is a sniper rifle. Then one of my other weeklies is do 5,000 damage as Pathfinder, Caustic, Lifeline, or somebody else. So
okay. So just like play that character for a little bit.
Exactly, but those weekly challenges don't vanish when the week is over. They continue to be active for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks as you go down. So it's not a case of you need to do this quest in this time period.
Right, do this one this week.
Exactly. It's a case of here is a quest that will last you the next 100 days. Good luck at getting it done.
Yeah, just do it at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah, smart.
But, I mean, I like that they seem to have done a good job revising their Battle Pass stuff. I can't wait to see the Halloween event where it's week 1 of, oh my god, we're not going to spend $50 on this stuff. And then week 2 is like, okay, here you go. You can have it for $5 now.
Right.
So that's going to be interesting. Other than Apex and Dead by Daylight, my other current regular staple, Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah.
2 achievements left.
Oh boy, which ones?
The best thing is it's not the ones you think.
Okay, so you knocked out the roads one?
I've done the ones you think. I've done all of those ones.
Yeah.
The 2 I have left are reach level 200.
Oh, okay.
I'm level 197.
Okay.
So that's going to be fine. And restore 15 barn finds. And I have done 14 of them. And the last one I need is the spring one, which is next week. So guess what?
Cool.
I've written on my notes here, meow. And it took me 2 seconds to figure out what the hell did I write a cat noise next to Forza Horizon 4 for?
Yeah.
It's Moonpier's achievement reference of the week. MAROW. Meow.
Moonpier's morale.
It's not an ocelot call.
That's right.
It might be. He definitely remembers me.
That's right.
This week, again, it's another Forza one, because with all of the DLC and all of the free updates, and title update 14, by the way, which added a whole bunch of achievements to it. They added like the Top Gear storyline, they added British Racing Green storyline, so there's a whole bunch of new achievements for them. I don't care about them. They're not base game, so they're fine if I don't get them. However, they did add an insurance storyline.
Okay.
Which is literally, this guy claims that this car cannot be driven safely with this setup on doing this.
Okay.
Here is a Volkswagen camper van.
Mm-hmm.
The claimant claims that they went off a cliff and it was impossible to land it safely.
Naturally.
Here is a jet engine inside of this thing. Go jump her off a stunt jump.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it.
Full of stuff like that. And it's like, here is a sand dune car. Go see how much the car can take while driving over rough terrain, aka hit the skill points target. It's done by this German fella that is the voice actor for the story, talking about how exciting he finds insurance, which I think is number 1, slightly stereotypical.
Oh yes.
And number 2, hilarious.
Yeah.
But by doing all of those 10 missions that you get the achievement Simples. Now, those tumbleweeds that you hear, my fellow English fans listening, are the Americans not getting a solid gag?
No, that's not playing for me. No.
You know the lizard guy.
The lizard guy? Oh, yes. The Geico, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine if instead of it saying Simples, it said lizard guy or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In England, there is an insurance company, and their commercials are sponsored by meerkats. And it's a family of meerkats who try and get the best insurance deal they can.
Sure.
This company can save us on house and car and vehicle and electronics protection. It's Simples. Because they are also from the Eastern Bloc. Because why not go all the way down that rabbit hole at the same time?
Sure.
And I laughed out loud when I got that achievement. And I knew for a fact that you two Philistines would not understand it one bit.
Oh yeah, forgive me for not knowing an English commercial.
Dude,
when I don't even have TV here in America, and I can't even tell you the last time I've seen an American commercial.
You're not watching the English Insurance Commercials YouTube channel?
No.
Well, let me tell you about the Cadbury's Gorilla commercial, which is just glorious.
I'm sure I can find this all on Funny or Die or something.
YouTube, actually. You can definitely find the gorilla one on YouTube and the simples ones. They are so great. I like commercials when they're done well. But yes, that's my morale of the week.
There you go.
It's a pretty solid gag, and I knew that none of you guys would get it. So it's kind of hilarious that they put that in there.
Is this going to be one of those things where I look it up at work and everyone just stares at me and like, what are you looking at?
Yes.
And it's like, don't. It's just a gorilla eating candy. It's fine. Well, it's normal.
Do you guys... No, it's even better than that, dude. Do you guys know about the PG Tips monkeys? You have to know about the PG Tips monkeys.
No.
I don't think so.
This is great.
Moon, for audio listeners, that was Moon's disapproving stare.
Yes, it was. Moving on from my morale of the week. No, that doesn't make sense. Moving on from my morale. There we go. Full stop after that. It's not after week after week. It's not an ATM machine. It's an ATM.
That's right. It's not a PIN number.
I just looked them up, and yes, I do know these. The PG Tips monkey.
Thank you.
I just didn't know that's what it was called.
Yes, I figured as much because they are a global phenomenon, and now everybody's googling PG Tips monkeys because everybody needs to know.
I do not know the PG Tips monkey. It's
sure?
awfully cute, though.
Yes, that's been around for a long time. Like there was black and white versions of that commercial. Anyway, moving on. Forza Horizon 4, I'm almost done with it. I have enjoyed my time with it. I will be uninstalling and regaining my 72 gigabytes as soon as I'm done. Because if I see that Lego loading screen one more time, I might just buy that DLC.
Yeah. Every time I load it up and they show me that loading screen, I'm sort of like, that looks really dumb and fun.
It's got the little Lego racer dude next to a Lego car. Yep. And then the next loading screen is like the Lego fans all in like a Lego auditorium.
Like a Lego sports car cresting over this hill.
Mm-hmm. And then, best of all, when my wife sees me playing it, and now all of a sudden she's back in the Forza Horizon game.
There you go.
She sees the Lego Mini. Which is my wife's biggest weakness when it comes to driving games or vehicle games, is a Mini.
Yeah.
She owns like 6 of them in Forza Horizon 3, and like every variation you can get in every game she tries to pick up, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Lego Mini. And it's on the loading screen. It's like, no.
Just look away. Look away.
Okay, we don't... Because I love the Hot Wheels stuff. We picked up the Hot Wheels stuff. I played 10 minutes of it and then stopped.
Yeah. You know that's going to happen with the Lego stuff, too.
Yeah. And I just want to get these 2 things done, uninstall it, and not have to think about it again for a while. On the bright side, freeing up all of this space has allowed me to install like 6 more new games.
Hey, there you go.
World War Z says hello. Thimbleweed Park says hello. There was like Frostpunk says hello. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
A whole bunch more games installed. Which,
nice.
Why? Why do I do this? Literally, I get one number down, the size, the amount of space left, and then increase the other number, which is the amount of games I've installed.
Yes.
I'm losing my mind.
It's for the love of the game, man.
Yeah, there's just too many good games.
Yes, there is. Speaking of not good games.
Oh, okay.
And speaking of 69 gig, I'd sure like to get back at some point real soon. I loaded up Anthem.
Oh, boy.
Nimp, you did this recently too, didn't you?
Yeah, it's still on my Xbox.
It's still on my PS4.
I still like it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I adore the way the game looks. I love the style. I love the way the thing, like the controls. I know Boston's not a fan of the shooting because he's a big Destiny fanboy.
No, I just like games that play well.
There's my point.
Yeah.
My Anthem. So we talked last week during, I think, pre-show or during the Outcast about us sort of putting snippets and little blurbs after our top 10 games so we can kind of remember what we talked about and how we felt about the games as we played them. My Anthem blurb finishes with me saying, a failure on every level. That's how I feel about Anthem. It is a failure on every level.
Don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've seen one of the as quite a beautiful as world as this. Like the game looks impressive as hell.
Yeah. It's very good HDR.
Yes, it does. It's great in 4K. I think it looks fantastic. I think it plays fine. Not great. It plays fine.
Yeah.
I would like to revisit it because I think a lot of my complaints about the shooting in the game were lag related during the release. And there were some definite server issues at the point. A lot of people agree and say that the shooting is very good, and I didn't encounter that during release, and I need to go back to it and fart around with it for a while.
I would say the shooting, from what I've heard people describe it, is better than when it released, but it's still not like Call of Duty Battlefield pinpoint accuracy kind of shooting. It's third person, kind of arcadey.
Yeah, it's definitely not up to Destiny's, because as much as I might not like Destiny 1 and 2, it's Bungie, and I think Bungie make really good controlling shooters. Like, you can't look down sights in Halo, but I still think that game has got one of the most satisfying, like, actual mechanically shooting a gun feel to it in a lot of different games. Same with Destiny. I love the mechanics of that game. Yeah. Not a huge fan of the rest of it. Kind of like the inverse. Well, I mean, it's Anthem, and I was like, you know what? It's like I sort my things by size, and I have them on my hard drives, because now I'm doing a better job with my groups. So I'm grouping all of my games. Like, these are the Game Pass games that I need to focus on. These are my regulars. Hello Apex. Hello Dead by Daylight. Hello Forza Horizon 4. Bye Forza Horizon 4. And these are the games I focus on playing more. These are Game Pass. And then when I go into my all games, it's sorted by size. And Anthem is second row of, like, rows of 4. So it's second row, far right. So it's like the 8th biggest game I have installed on my hard drive.
Right.
Like, it's bigger than Gears 5.
It's very large.
And Gears 5 is only going to get bigger because Gears 4 was 120 gig by the time I installed that thing.
Here's 4 more free PvP maps. It's like, please. I'm dying.
At some point, I really should go back and play the Master Chief Collection, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Halo 5.
Right.
They are the top 3 of my row. Like,
all biggins.
You didn't beat Red Dead 2?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys did.
Well, he won't play it at all.
I won't play
load that game.
Oh.
I know I won't like it, because I despise the first one so much, and they leaned so much into those mechanics in the second one that I know I won't punish myself.
Okay.
I put probably about 20 hours into it, then got distracted / bored by it, and got pulled into something else, and then ended up going down that rabbit hole. Probably Dead by Daylight.
Probably.
Yes. Because it's around about that time, I think, that I started really going gung-hoing for it. But yeah, like, so I loaded Anthem. I thought, I'm going to see how this goes. You know my achievement role. Try your best to get the base game achievements, and then do whatever you can. If I'm missing stuff, I'm missing stuff. That's fine. Red Dead Redemption 1 is a prime example of this. I have pretty much every single achievement in that game, except for that came out with the base game, except for keep a horse alive for more than, like, 9 missions, which I messed up on, and the online stuff. Yeah, I don't care about online stuff at this point. So I loaded up Anthem. Guess how many achievements I had in the game?
4.
Nimp?
10. Wait,
3.
left or... Oh, okay.
3. Yeah.
I had unlocked 3 achievements.
Yep.
3.
Yeah. I when I finished the campaign, I was very much like that, where it's like, cool, I'm probably going to get a bunch of achievements. Or no, they're all like do 100% in a whole lot of stuff.
So I'm probably going to play through the story of this and see how I feel after the fact. At this point, it's going to be my zone out game. I don't want to think. I'm just going to load, do a mission, shoot some stuff, and then stop playing and see how I get on with it.
Sure.
Because the thing I stopped on was the thing that everybody stops on.
The temple missions?
Yep. The 4 vaults, temples, whatever.
Yeah. Because they still screwed that up. They patched it so that your stats... Because originally your stats didn't carry over when you grabbed that mission. So if you did a bunch of the stuff, it didn't count on that. It was basically
it started
fresh.
From there.
Yep. Yeah, and they said that they had patched it so that all of your stats did carry over into that mission, and I found that not all of my stats did.
Right.
Because there were things that I was like, I clearly did more than this.
Yeah.
It carried over anything that you got from that patch onwards. Nothing from before it. It was the problem.
But I never played before that patch. I came well after that patch.
Yeah. It's just a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the wording needs to be nailed down, because ignoring Anthem's definition, define a multi-kill.
Killing
like 3 or more. Yeah, like 3 or more in rapid succession, 3 or more at one time.
Okay, so 3 or more at one time in rapid succession. Give me a time frame on that rapid succession.
Couple of seconds.
3 or 5 at the
3-5 seconds. Yeah. A handful. Yeah.
Okay, Anthem's multi-kill is 8 within a 10-second period.
That's a mucho kill.
That's a chain kill, not a multi-kill. We already have terminology that exists.
That's like a kill streak.
Yes.
Like a drone comes out at that point. Like you get a kill streak bonus.
Yeah. So me in the stupid storm javelin trying to kill 8 things within 10 seconds without using the ultimate, because apparently the ultimate version of it is a little bit buggy, so you don't know if you're going to get it if you do it with the ultimate.
Oh, right. I was going to say, because that thing's just made for AoE.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For the ultimate, it's incredible, and I definitely got 8 within 10 seconds several times with my triple ultimate blast. Didn't count.
That sucks.
God, I hate this game so much.
Good news is, now I've done that mission. Now I've done all of the stupid tomb missions.
There you go.
And now I can finally progress with the story again.
You got to go in a tomb that was literally just a room.
Mm-hmm. It was a couple of corridors, some poisonous scorpions. You're talking about the 4. I'm talking about the one after that.
Oh, the one after that is like a proper like dungeon.
Yeah, it's got the stupid switch puzzles, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's so much I love about Anthem.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
God, the promise is there.
It is.
Like you see the framework and you're like, yeah, like this could really be a great thing. Like it just, if it all could come together and it could all happen, God, Anthem could be so cool. And it just still hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like to me they were forced to push out a game that wasn't ready to come out yet.
100%.
There were still plenty of issues with like lip syncing. Lip syncing doesn't exist in that game at all.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And there were like characters where like the top teeth wouldn't move with their mouth. So it looked like they were perpetually smiling while they were talking to you.
Yeah, it just,
But it's got Donna Noble in it. It's got Louise from Bob's Burgers in it.
That's right.
And they're all great. I love them all.
A lot of good voice acting in that.
I feel I could die on the Anthem Hill like Boston did on the Destiny 1 Hill.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'm going to have to wait another 2.5 years to see if A, the game still exists in 2.5 years.
Right.
Hence one of the reasons why I'm loading it up now, because it's like, they're not talking about this game at all.
Get in while the getting's good.
They brought down the Cataclysm event, too. Some of the missions are still up, but the actual event they brought down. And they did that, like, quietly. Like, I just happened to know about it.
They took all the dates off the roadmap.
Yeah.
Like, completely.
It needs a lot of love. And I think, like Destiny 1, like The Division 1, I think it can be a really great game. But unlike The Division 1 and Destiny 1, I haven't seen that sea change. I haven't even seen the tides moving towards, we're building that groundwork. We're building the foundation of the game to be more solid, and then building on top of it. You know, it's been a lot of, like Moon is saying, been a lot of radio silence.
Yeah. And you know why you haven't seen any of those words?
Yeah, they don't.
Because it's in the game. It's EA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Ubisoft, like, when talk about Ubisoft, talk about Destiny, like, Bungie are pretty good about communicating with their people.
Yeah.
They might be blunt sometimes. You don't like it, you #deal with it.
Yeah.
Ubisoft are pretty excellent about coming out and addressing issues the community has. I mean,
And sticking with games.
Yeah. I mean, look at the stupid Knights Vikings Samurai game, which I can't remember the name.
For Honor?
Thank you.
Yeah. God, they're still supporting For Honor.
Exists and still has a pro scene. That game has a pro scene.
Yeah.
I just found out I have that on my hard drive on my Xbox.
Yeah, it's baffling. God, uninstall it. Save yourselves.
You can't uninstall what you don't remember you have.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yes. But, like, this is EA, and they threw Andromeda under the bus about as quick as they can throw anything under the bus.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry that your Mass Effect 1 for the new generation didn't turn out perfectly.
Didn't sell 10 million copies its first week.
Yeah. Like, I don't know who's worse, Square or EA, to be completely honest, because they're both, like, poison chalices that you just drink out of at will. The only people I think have got even a leg to stand on with regards to EA is Respawn, because Respawn and Apex is...
like, in secret, largely.
Yes. And you know Apex is making them gangbusters.
Yeah.
That really did seem like, hey, there's a Switch here. What does it do? Oh, look, Apex launched.
Yes.
Ta-da!
It's like, the fact that nothing got leaked out makes me just like, it didn't get leaked out until they showed it to streamers, of course.
Yeah.
But it makes me think that, they did that in-house. They tweaked it, they changed it, and then they had maybe 2 months worth of work, and then they showed it to EA. 2 months worth of work left, and then they showed it to EA. I don't... BioWare doesn't have the clout anymore, and I hate the fact that I said that. I hate the fact that it's true.
Yep. Hurts my heart.
Mass Effect 2 era, if BioWare said to them, we're going to do 3 Mass Effect trilogies, and we're starting making them all now, and there's going to be these different characters, EA would have rubber stamped it on the spot.
They give him one of those blank millionaire checks where it's like, here you go. Go make whatever you want to make.
Whereas it feels like BioWare have been hamstrung by the loss of the Doctors, the different teams. Like, nobody seems to know what's going on at BioWare anymore, and that's a scary thing.
I feel like the difference here is EA executives before we were like, BioWare, like a trusted partner, part of the EA family. And now someone says like, hey, what's going on with BioWare? And they just go, no comment. It's just like this heaving sigh where it's like, I don't know, man.
It's the change of, like, it seems like it's EA's cycle, where EA go from corporate overlords to friend of gamers, to corporate overlords to friend of gamers, because right now I think we can all agree corporate overlords EA right now.
Yeah,
I don't think they're the worst right now. But...
They're not the worst right now.
Okay.
That goes to Blizzard Activision. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. I debated whether or not we were going to talk about that in news stories, and I decided not to because it's still in flux. But yes, if anyone's going to take the corporate overlord mantle on their shoulders, it's definitely the Activision Blizzard
but
right now.
track record-wise...
Yes.
I mean, not everything EA has done is bad, but they've made some pretty poor decisions.
Winner of worst company in America a number of years.
I just go back like 10 years though, when we had the EA Partners program where it was friends
Savior of indie games.
Mirror's Edge, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Dead Space, all of these games came out of friend of the gamer EA. And then all of those games made gangbusters, and they bought those studios and turned into corporate overlord EA.
Right.
And before that, they were corporate overlord EA. And before that, they were the people who rescued those poor people from Activision. And then,
they rescued Maxis from closing up shop. Whoops.
Yeah. What about Bullfrog again? I knew that one hit a nerve with you. But
I've forgotten about that.
This is the EA we have now. And in 2-3 years' time, we might get the good EA again. But
maybe.
All I know is right now is the corporate dictatorship phrasing chosen deliberately there.
Yes.
That title for the past 20 years has gone backwards and forwards between Activision and EA.
Yep.
And it's going to keep happening. We'll see what we get out of it in the meantime. But, I mean, I'll keep playing Anthem. We'll see. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it by the end of it. I don't know how if the little kid, whatever his name is, turns evil because I'm not letting him get into a javelin, I'm gonna throw my controller at something. And it's already half broken elite, so I'm willing to throw this one.
I will not spoil the story for you.
I won't either, but I will tell you the story doesn't go very deep.
No.
Because
there is like a
he's gonna go evil.
There is like a post-credits thing you should watch too.
Okay. Yes. I love my little charming boy. Squeeze his cheeks and go, oh, look at you.
Yeah.
You
Once you find out what eventually happens with the story, I'll have some comments for you.
Yeah.
Okay. But yes, Anthem.
Look for our Anthem spoiler cast.
Coming out in 2020.
Yeah.
But yes, that's all I've been playing. Over to you, Nimb.
All right. So my son and I had been playing Rocket League again.
Yeah.
I have found out that kit does not come with a goal buster scenario.
Oh, it doesn't come with an explosion?
Oh, bummer.
No, which sucks. But he does come with a rooftop emblem, which is the gull wing wheel that's inside the car.
Of course.
And it actually turns when you make turns with the car.
Great.
So that's kind of fun.
Have you seen the DeLorean?
Yeah, I've got it.
Have you seen what happens when you do the air boost with it?
The boost, yeah.
And it tucks the wheels under it.
That's really good.
Have you seen when you stay on the ground, it actually does the tire tracks? It does
the fire trails, yeah.
That's really good.
But they've already slowly started rolling out their Halloween stuff, too. We played, I believe it was The Farm that they've already converted. They've got both versions of it.
Don't tell my wife.
No.
It's a secret.
I'm pretty sure it was The Farm that we had played where they had converted it to like the spooky farm or whatever. But starting tomorrow, October 14th, they're doing the Stranger Things stuff.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
So I don't know what all they're changing, but I guess the whole map choice is all going to be Halloween themed from October 14th to November 11th.
Okay.
So
that's a long Halloween spooky season.
It is. So that'll be fun. My son's already geeked out about all the fun stuff that he can start to earn soon, and the candy corn currency and all that crap.
Okay, let's just establish this out from the fact as well. Candy corn, yay, nay? Boston?
Yay. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm not a big candy corn person. I'm not a big candy person, though, so...
As someone who's not American, I have a huge sweet tooth. Candy corn is trash. Get away from me with that stuff.
It 100% is trash, and I love it.
I will eat the pumpkin candy corn and the... What is it? The other corn one, the brown, the alternate colored one. What do they call that one?
Oh, I don't know what they call it, actually. Just like the different colored one.
Yeah, it's got a different taste than regular candy corn.
Yeah. It doesn't taste like old sugar.
Yeah. I will try those two before I get a handful of candy corn.
Yeah. The pumpkin ones are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then, though, you get that grit in your teeth and...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So after that, in anticipation for our spoiler cast, I got the Platinum Trophy in Control.
Yes.
Congrats.
Which, that was only a pain in trying to get all of my abilities unlocked.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work.
Yeah, because you don't... Completing all the side missions and story missions, you don't get enough points, so then I had to start looking for hidden locations.
Yeah.
Which that kind of was and kind of wasn't a pain, because I was still finding documents and stuff in the hidden locations.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So that was still alright with me. And it's not like they were completely out of the way. It was just a lot of fast traveling, so you're waiting at a lot of load screens.
Yeah.
Yep. Nothing major. Fun game. If you haven't played Control, pick it up.
Yes,
holidays
go play
are
Control.
around the corner. Gift it to somebody.
Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming.
Next game I played was Final Fantasy VIII. I didn't get too far into that. I'm now in political jail.
Okay.
Right. And that's all I'll say about that for people who haven't played it and are playing it right now.
Yep.
It had just been stupid busy, and I did not have time to really sit down and play it. So that's about as far as I got. Card battles are still taking forever. This game, I'm finding that when I get to a new area, it is card battles first, story second, and then boss fights and draws. After that, I started playing Valkyria Chronicles 4. I am on Chapter 8 right now, and they just throw a bunch of unlocks at you right now. I'm not even entirely sure everything that I have right now.
Okay.
Because there's a bunch of new systems that they introduced. They introduced ships now, which is new.
Oh.
Yeah, it was not in the previous games. So far, I can do radar, which I can randomly pinpoint an area around my lead character, and it will show me if there's enemies within that area or not.
Nice.
So I'm assuming that's going to come into really big importance later on as the maps get bigger, because it feels like the maps are just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Which is why it takes me so long to play this game. But yeah, so the ship system seems cool. They gave me a second tank. I've already had like the DLC tank, so I've been rolling with 2 tanks this entire time, which kind of feels like it breaks the game a little bit.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah. But so I've got that. I've got the ship. I just leveled up. I was actually telling the guys before we did the spoiler cast that I realized that I had a crap ton of money and a bunch of experience to level up my classes, and I hadn't done either, which was explaining why the game was all of a sudden feeling really hard.
Yeah.
So I bumped all my class levels up. I upgraded everyone's equipment, and I'm going to see how that turns out now.
Excuse me.
So after that, I gave Assassin's Creed Syndicate a try.
Yeah.
Yes.
This was Games with Gold forever ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it feels like I have everything except for the Ezio series.
Got like the remasters?
Not even that, because I have like the 360 versions of everything just about, except for Brotherhood.
Okay.
They definitely did do them at some point, so you might have missed out on those ones. But yeah, they have given away all of the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, I've even got like the mobile ones apparently, or whatever those are, the China, Russia, and India.
Those are fun.
Yes, they are. Did you ever play the ninja game by Clay, where you're like a ninja hidden in the background and you had to sneak through?
Is it the one called Ninja?
Mark of the Ninja.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's a lot like that.
It's a lot like them. It's 3 games just like those.
2D platformer stealth game. They're fun.
So I literally just got through the first main mission, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I am reminded of the jank, because the last Assassin's Creed game that I had played was Lost Odyssey, and then before that was Origin. I basically played Origin, then went right into Odyssey.
Right.
So I had to get my mindset back into what the controls used to be for Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Old Assassin's Creed controls.
And you don't even have the hook shot yet either.
No. And this, it wasn't bad. I had to remember that, X is supposed to be left hand, B is supposed to be right hand, Y is supposed to be head, or whatever.
Oh, right.
Yep.
The problem was that I got stuck on a piece of equipment. Like, I had jumped down, the guy landed on the piece of equipment that I wanted him to. I threw a knife at somebody to take them out, and I could not get down off of the piece of equipment.
Yep.
And he got stuck in this animation where he's going down, getting up, going down, getting up, and I'm just jump off, because I'm getting
something.
shot. Yeah, I'm getting shot while this guy is just going up and down, up and down. Yeah. So
was Syndicate one of the ones where it was right trigger goes down?
I think that was, yeah.
No, for you to go down, you have to hit B. And that'll make it so that he drops and hangs down. And then if you want to jump off of it, you have to hold down right trigger and then hit B while hitting forward, and they will jump off of it.
Yeah, it's the addition to the free running thing where one button was run upwards and one button was run downwards. So it
was like
really good solid concept.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah, it was like the right trigger was run up, left trigger was run down, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw a couple things pop up, and I wasn't really paying attention because I was just trying to get used to what was happening. Because like in the first area they put you in, there's like a bunch of people that you think you're supposed to beat up. At least to me, I thought it's like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be avoiding these people because they all look like big, rough guys who are normally the guards in this game, and you're in an area that you're not supposed to be. No, nobody cares that you're there. You just look for people wearing red coats, and those are the people that care that you're there.
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool. So I just took them out left and right, as you do in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if I botched getting the guy at the end or not, because I think I broke the game by getting rid of everybody. The guy tried to call the guards and the game kind of glitched out weird, and then I just killed the guy, no problem.
Assassin's Creed!
Or was it the simulation?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know what was supposed to happen or what. So, yeah, I killed him and then just walked out while people were yelling, but nobody was doing anything. So.
I like Syndicate a lot.
Now, was this the one that originally had all the busted graphics?
No, that was like Unity.
Unity?
Okay. The one before it, which was the first AC game on this generation, which still to this day I think looks better than Syndicate.
Okay.
Yeah, because Black Flag was cross-gen, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Rogue was the previous gen when Unity was the current gen.
Right. Wait, did Black Flag come out on 360?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. I know that there was a PS3 version of it.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I forgot about that. Boy, Black Flag was good, too.
I just forget how old these games are now. Like, even looking up this one was, 2012?
Yep.
I think?
Yeah.
So...
Because that was yearly releases as well, because I think Black Flag was the cross-platform. Unity came out the second year of the platforms.
I think so.
That came out the third year of the platforms, because it's like, oh yeah, Assassin's Creed comes out every year. Please stop that, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Ubisoft is like, we can't keep doing this.
So yeah, that's my run-in with Assassin's Creed. They also kind of started introducing the twin mechanic.
Yep.
Not really. It's more like hinted, and I can see that I can switch, but it's all grayed out right now because I think I have to finish the mission that I just did and then finish the other twins mission, and then it'll throw me together.
You have a couple of missions,
Eevee for the win.
Yep, Eevee's the best.
I do really like, however, that when I go in and out of stealth, when he's not trying to hide, he puts his hat on. When he is trying to hide, he pulls his hat off and throws his hood up.
Yep. It's really good.
Cool. Next game I played was Demon Gaze. I have taken out the third pillar demon, which is the last demon story-wise that I have to take out. So now let's just make it to the last dungeon and grab all the extra demons if I want them, which I do. So it's going to be a lot of grinding.
Start scooping them up.
Yeah, they have a mechanic, which was in the first one too, that whenever you go into an underwater dungeon area, you can't use magic. They don't really explain why.
Okay.
But it makes the game a lot more difficult because you usually just have a bunch of junk items that don't heal very well. So since you can't use magic anymore, you're kind of just stuck, spamming out a bunch of defenses for techniques and stuff.
Yeah, healing 10 HP at a time.
And they have artifacts that I've put on some of the demons where they can use like an item 5 times. Which is great, but if it's only healing for 48 and I'm getting dealt like 300 points of damage...
Right.
Yeah, that's barely enough to cover what I lost. So it was a really hard game that I had to strategize where it was basically be faster and DPS harder and just pray that they don't do something that screws you over.
Right.
So I don't know when I'll have the game built or beat because like I said, I think there's 3 more demons and then there's one more at the end of the game or after the game that you can unlock. It's supposed to be this all powerful one, which sounds cool. So I'll keep hammering away at that. And the last game that I played was Destiny 2.
Oh, nice.
I was trying. A buddy of mine wanted me to help him out with something which I'm not even to this day still not even sure what he needs help with.
Let me direct you to our own personal Destiny Wikipedia page.
Destiny.
Well,
space magic.
Yeah, he knows what he needs, and I'm just showing up to help out, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's dragging you along.
Just needed a warm body.
Yeah, you're just the warm body.
Well, how dare he?
So I started playing it by myself, just kind of shut my brain off, running around shooting stuff,
exploring planets and stuff.
Yeah, I tried doing a couple of the quests, which I was starting to find out that the game is not very descriptive with some of its quests.
That is an understatement, yes.
Yes. Where there is... I was trying to get a epic item. Is that what they call them? The legend? No, the gold.
Legendaries. The exotic.
Exotic. There we go.
Yeah.
I was trying to get an exotic weapon. The Sturge, I believe it was called.
Sturm, yeah. Sturm and Drang. Yeah.
Wasn't even sure what the weapon was. I just had the quest for it. And it basically tells you, do this strike, specifically defeat this enemy, and you will be able to claim this this quest.
Okay.
All right, so I did the strike, didn't see the enemy, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. It must be one of those, because it used to be forever ago that you just had a percentage of an enemy showing up.
Oh, sure, right. Which thankfully they've
gotten rid of, yeah. I ran this strike 15 times and didn't come across this stupid enemy. Only to find out, after listening to the Giant Bombcast, that there is a specific quest that I need to look for that is the same name, but it is not the strike. It is this version of the strike that I need to run.
It's the story strike, not the strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have thankfully, now with Shadowkeep, there was a thing that I thought we were going to run into where it's like, run the Scarlet Keep strike. And I was like, great. The game very clearly says, just pick it from the director. Like, you just run the regular strike. It's like, thank you. Thank you for finally fixing that.
Yeah. So now there's other missions that I'm trying to complete where it's like, oh, complete this side quest or whatever.
Yeah,
I can't even find them on the map.
Yeah.
So there's like different ones where it's like I'm finding out, okay, this is a chain of events where I have to beat this side mission to later on beat this side mission, which then unlocks this side mission that I actually need.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on planets, because all the stuff you're running into is vanilla Destiny 2 stuff, where it's like you're once you finish the game, then they unlock all these what do they call them? Adventures. Those little orange icons with the sword on them on the map, and they're supposed to flesh out stuff where it's like, here's all your post-game stuff, but you have them at the beginning now, so there's just a lot of stuff to do right away.
Yeah, which, I mean, isn't bad, considering that my original complaint of the game was when it was released was that there wasn't a whole lot to do.
Yep.
The problem is that it throws everything at you, but then doesn't describe to you what you have to do to complete it. You have to go online now, or maybe use their app. I haven't used their app in forever.
No, their app doesn't really do that.
So you have to go online to try to figure out, okay, what is it that I actually have to do to complete this quest? And the sin that this game commits of you complete a quest, and instead of your quest log getting smaller, all of a sudden you're expanded by 2 or 3 more quests.
Yeah, do this 3-part one.
Yeah, exactly, which all require multiple side quests and other things to be completed.
Yep. I call that quest barf.
Yeah.
You finish one thing and it barfs up 3 more quests. It's like, great.
I have managed to get down from 2 full pages down to 1 full page.
Oh, lucky. I'm at 3 full pages.
And I had what was it? I was 2 bars up from the bottom on my first page, completed 1 quest, and it filled me all the way back up to the first bar on the second page.
Yep.
I'm like, what is this crap?
The hard part, too, is that Bungie changed so much about Destiny with New Light, because it would introduce you to this stuff throughout the Red War mission, and then by the time you'd get done, you would have a sort of an idea of the logic that Destiny's quests would follow. But because they don't push you into that stuff, and they don't really show you how to get to it at all, which is a real bummer, you're running into the problem that unfortunately a lot of people are going to run into right now, which is you need a Sherpa for some of the basic level stuff that Bungie still hasn't figured out yet. Like, here's how to do one of these exotic quests, which you're doing right now. They call them world quests. But there's like at least 1 exotic quest on every planet, and they kind of follow the same mission structure of do a couple of missions, do a special strike, you get an exotic weapon. But they don't explain any of that stuff, which thankfully they do a lot better now, but they never went back and fixed some of this early stuff.
Yeah, because now I have the Rat King quest.
Oh God, heaven help you.
Which there is absolutely no explanation for how to start this quest. Nothing is crackable.
So the Rat King quest is supposed to be a riddle, and each mission step is supposed to hint at something you're supposed to do with other people with the quest, or if they finished it, more likely, with the gun itself. Just look it up. It's like impossible to figure out the riddle, because you're supposed to like go do all this stuff around the world and be like, oh, the patrol we just did, that got us 1 out of 10. Okay, cool. We're going to go do a bunch of patrols. And the next thing we'll do, it's just a pain.
Which is the problem, because I am glad that they have put more content into this game, because that was something that had been sorely lacking in the first game and at the launch of the second game.
100%.
The problem is that the game is a riddle now, not by design. And when they try to put a riddle into the game by design, it's like, I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing.
Riddles on riddles?
Yeah.
100%.
So, besides that, though...
I am here to help you. If you have any questions, I will help you with Destiny 2.
Well, besides all that, though, the shooting still feels good.
Yep.
I still like the weapons that I'm getting. I'm still on this weird thing where I've got all this crap and I don't know what to do with it. So I've just been kind of storing it all in my vault. Yeah. There's some things that I don't want to break like I have my multi-tool that everyone's like, just get rid of it. It's no good. I'm like, no, I earned this. This is mine.
Hey man, if it's good to you,
it, and this one is mine.
Yeah, if it's good to you, then it's a good gun. I still like the Mida multi-tool, and I use it every once in a while. It's not great, but whatever.
You know, they did say when they were talking about this game that you would have your story about your gun that you would tell to everybody, and Nimp, looks like you're right in there now. You have officially hit the Destiny 2 requirements.
I've got the story about the gun that I don't own anymore because for some reason it didn't transfer again, so I don't have a Gjallarhorn anymore.
Is this the first time you're playing Destiny 2? Because this is the second time you've mentioned this. Okay. Because Gjallarhorn nothing from Destiny 1 carried over to 2.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't remember having it in 2, but later on, because we were checking out 1 for something else weeks ago, and like my Gjallarhorn just up and disappeared.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah. So, but anyway. So, the game's still fun. I enjoy the shooting. The story, just because there's so much going on right now, it's kind of all over the place for me right now. Because even though I've played the main story with my Titan, I don't remember a whole lot of what's really going on.
Yeah.
Which, now that I'm getting different quests and stuff at different points in the timeline, and the whole thing's a weird mangled mess, but
have you started any of the other campaigns?
For
Destiny 2?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I've just been working on my mission logs.
Yeah.
That's it. I haven't even tried, like, I had a buddy of mine who wanted me to start up my Hunter, and I'm like, no, I don't even want to get into that mess of whatever's going on.
Yeah, like second and third characters, like that's a problem for later.
Yeah. So besides that, that's pretty much all I've been playing.
We've been recording a lot today, so I'm going to pare down my list. I've been playing a lot of stuff for We Roguelike It and Game Club. I will talk about those games respectively during their shows. I did play a lot of Destiny 2 this week, the brand new stuff for Shadowkeep. Only going to talk about a little bit of it because a lot of it is Inside Baseball. I'm ranked 53 in the season pass because the benefit of it is...
Because you have a problem. The first step is admitting you have a problem.
Well, the reason why I asked about Apex Legends is because I'm trying to understand other battle passes from other games. And I think the one thing that I really like from Destiny 2's battle pass is you always have the same progression speed. Mm-hmm. So going from 1 to 2 to 3 is the same as going to 98, 99, and 100.
True, I think that it also said that about Destiny 2 when you hit maximum light level. And then they fudged the numbers so that you weren't actually earning the same XP as you normally were.
Well, yeah, thankfully they fixed that like 2 years ago. Yeah, not a great time in Destiny 2's history. But I like that so the problem with Destiny 2 before was you'd go to a vendor in the tower, you'd scoop up a couple of bounties, and then you'd sort of go on your way, and after you finished those, you were sort of done. But now you can sort of infinitely buy bounties from vendors. So it's really great saying, all right, I'm going to go do strikes today. So I'm going to go to Vuvuzela in the tower, and I'm going to scoop up a whole bunch of bounties from him, and then scoop up a whole bunch of extra bounties until it tells me I'm done. And then now I can go out and basically get a battle a battle pass rank by just running a couple of strikes.
Is that the far end quest line where it was by a random whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because it's like you have your 2 weeklies, and then you have like 4 daily ones, and then you have just give me more, please. Okay. That so far has been really great. And people keep asking me how to level up really quickly. Scoop up every bounty you can for every place you go. Played a lot of Hannah and I played a lot of Vex Offensive, the seasonal mode that unlocks on the moon. That's a lot of fun. I think people are rightly a little tired of wave-based modes in Destiny 2. I'd like to remind them they were asking for them for a really long time, and now they sort of got what they asked for.
Dude, why would you point that out to the internet at large?
I know you were wrong, but that's okay. I have it's a lot of fun going through and just destroying hundreds of Vex and spending 10 minutes and then sort of rinse and repeating.
Probably my favorite enemy to kill in vanilla Destiny 2.
Yeah,
Vex, because they crumple like really satisfyingly. Yeah,
there's Ikora Ray has a weekly quest. Basically, as you kill Vex across the solar system, they're dropping basically like pieces and fragments of their armor that you're picking up. And she has a weekly quest that rewards powerful gear for you to pick up 100 of those and then go turn them back into her. And it's called an arm and a leg. And that's really good. So I did the new Nightfall. It's called Nightfall: The Ordeal. Considerably harder than the Nightfalls were before. Anyone that doesn't play Destiny, there's sort of 3 levels now. Strikes, which are basically just it takes you less than 10 minutes and you're just going to mow through everything. Nightfalls, which you can sort of configure, and they're the next level up. Nightfall: The Ordeal is like way higher than that in difficulty. This is some real endgame stuff. There's 4 difficulties. The first one is basically a strike, and the second one is the first time I did it this week. They had a considerable number of modifiers to it. The highest level difficulty, there's like 15 modifiers on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a little intense. I'm a little scared of it. I'm not even ready to do the 3rd level one yet, nevertheless, the 4th level one. Part of what they've done in this season, and I don't want to get too much into it, I didn't talk about it last week, they've added champions, and each type of champion has something about them that you need to interrupt or counteract. There are shield ones that at half health, they pop an impenetrable shield on top of themselves, and they'll heal themselves back up to full health, and then you sort of rinse and repeat, unless you have one of the seasonal mods on that breaks that shield, and then you can sort of kill them. Unstoppable champions are particularly nasty because they just fire at you nonstop and push at you really hard. There's a mod to deal with that. So those champions are present in both Vex Offensive and the Nightfall: The Ordeal stuff, and it has made such an improvement on the game because it's not just here's the strike, but everybody's higher light level, and like, oh, sometimes these enemies have more health. It's you and your team have to coordinate your loadout so that you can properly counteract these enemies, or they are going to wipe your team. And that's something that I think has sorely been needed in some of this endgame non-raid activities. And it's really nice to see them trying this stuff out. And these mods are seasonal, so they're going to go away at the end of the season. I really hope they figure out a way to keep this type of enemy and this type of encounter in Destiny 2, because I think it really, really benefits the game overall. But yeah, I'm still playing Destiny 2 a lot because it's the start of a new season, and then I'll taper off at some point. But we've been recording for a lot today. We still have a lot to go. That's all I've been playing. Let's take a break. let's talk releases for the week of October 14th, 2019. Disco Elysium comes out on PC. If you haven't heard about this, this is the detective RPG that has been slowly gaining steam over the last year or two that is drawing a lot of similarities to Planescape Torment in how it tells its story and the quantity of story.
Okay.
It looks really good, and I would really like to find the time to play this. It is also coming out in October.
No, of course.
Yeah, so that's a little rough schedule-wise. Grandia HD Remaster is coming out on PC. This has come out on all the other stuff before, but there was some delay on PC, I think because they were fixing bugs with the Switch version. So it's coming out. I've heard it's pretty good. Grandia 1 and 2 are both really great JRPGs. If you haven't played them, from what everybody is saying, they still really hold up. And Grandia 2 is just really good. Overwatch Legendary Edition comes out on the Switch. Quick note here, the physical edition does not come with a card. It's just a download code.
Don't understand why companies put out physical editions if there's nothing physical about it.
Just gotta get in Walmart, man.
Yep.
Just gotta sell in Walmart, sell in Best Buy.
They can get it into the places where everybody's going to see it, and they don't have to pay the Nintendo tax to make a physical card. And
there is a case to be made for buying something like this for people for Christmas without saying, here's a $50 gift card, go buy something. It's like, no, my kid really wants Overwatch for Switch, just go buy it. It'll come with a download card anyway.
So then you buy them the $50 Nintendo card, because either way they're putting in a code.
I get what you're getting at, but they gotta sell it in stores.
Yeah.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition comes out on Switch. The polar opposite of Overwatch. This does come on a cart, and all the DLC is on the cartridge as well. So no download needed.
Yep.
So I hope this runs well on Switch, because Witcher 3 is really good.
Have you seen the video for it?
I've seen the video for it, and it looks fine. Mm-hmm. I'm mostly concerned about frame rate.
Yeah, that's the curious one.
Because obviously it'll look a little bit worse. I mean, it's not going to be like 4K HDR like it is on consoles or anything.
Why not, Boston? Why not?
With that quitter's attitude, how's that ever going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because even the brand new Switch only has, an 8-hour battery life, which would probably suck it down to 2 hours if it was all that.
Probably, yeah. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville comes out PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Is that the new one?
This is the new one. It was in early access / founders for a couple of weeks here.
They did the Fortnite thing.
Yeah. I liked the first two of these games a lot, but never really stuck with them. But these are pretty great games. My kid is freaking out downstairs about something. Probably freaking out about Ring Fit Adventure coming out on the Switch. Wants to bend and twist that hula hoop.
The hidden RPG.
Yeah, it's like it's a fitness JRPG that seems to be actually really great and significantly long. So that seems pretty cool. The suite of classic CRPGs coming out on the Switch. That's Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Icewind Dale, and Planescape Torment. Those were pushed back on the Switch a while ago, and it looks like they are finally here. I haven't really seen too much about controls for these games. I'm hoping they're pretty good. But I think that's going to be, like Witcher 3's frame rate, I feel like controls are going to be the breaking point for this one.
If Tropico can nail the RTS controls on a console, there is no excuse anymore.
If you got Tropico, Frostpunk, and Diablo 3 on consoles, it's like, you can figure it out at this point.
I'll say Pillars of Eternia did really good with the controls.
Yeah, that's right. That came out on console.
Yeah, Planescape Torment. What one is it? Riptide, I think is what it was called.
Yeah.
It's already come out. I started playing that, but then stopped because I bought all of these too.
Right.
That had pretty good controls in it as well. So.
Oh, okay, good. Outer Wilds comes out on PS4. This is still on Game Pass.
That game.
Yeah, go play Outer Wilds. It's still on Game Pass. I believe it's still Epic Games exclusive on PC, but I think that ends pretty soon too. So go play Outer Wilds. It's a really great game. And lastly, Return of the Obra Dinn comes out on Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. I am very excited to play that game.
I needed another game to play this year.
Break out the notebook, solve the problems. Your Forza Horizon 4 insurance jobs have already gotten you ready for Return of the Obra Dinn.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, let's move on to news stories. First off, Sony has, for some reason, their best friends Wired. They talked to Wired again to detail some more stuff about the PS5. The final name, shockingly, is the PlayStation 5 because they've been cagey about that for the last year and a half for seemingly no reason. Like they were going to call it something else. I don't know.
I think they got spooked because everyone was like, so when's the PS5 coming out? And they were like, how do you know that's the name?
Right, who told you? Coming out holiday 2020, no price, obviously. They restated it'll have an SSD in it. Same thing with the Project Scarlet console. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, this time, praise baby Jesus, the PS5 will have a physical 4K Blu-ray drive. Sony, why? Seriously? You're killing me. Thankfully, they finally get there.
Yep.
They have announced because of the SSD, I'm going to be curious to see how Microsoft's going to handle this. All games on the PS5 will need to be installed to the hard drive. Whether you download it digitally, obviously that's getting installed on the hard drive. If it's on a disk, that has to be installed completely to the hard drive as well.
Oh, they all do right now anyway. That's not
yeah, they all do that anyway. But what Sony is pushing here is that they're saying because of this, they want to give people more granular control over what you install and uninstall. So the examples they were giving were if you have a game that you really liked, let's say like a Call of Duty, you can install the multiplayer and the single player separately, which has been done already before. But they're saying if you're playing Call of Duty and you finish the single player and you're not going to go back to it, uninstall the single player, but keep the multiplayer side. Mm-hmm. And that sounds pretty interesting. That could be pretty cool if they can pull that stuff off.
Yeah, and to be honest, the main thing for me is they're also talking about like the ability to jump into exactly what you want to from the menu. So you like the big thing with like stuff like Doom, for example. So Doom 2016. If you load up that game, you've got a pretty long load time. Then you get to the main menu, and then you pick campaign or multiplayer. Then you've got another pretty long load time to go into either one of those two sections. Whereas they're talking with this about the potential of jumping into whatever you want to jump into from the menus. Yeah, and they were saying that you'd be able to, from the dashboard, see your progress, like in the single player, where it's like say for Destiny, for example, like here's your 3 most recent missions you've picked up. You can go do those, or here are your couple of friends that are currently in a party, or here are some multiplayer lobbies. Do you just want to hop right into that lobby playing multiplayer? It'd be cool if they could get that to work too. It would be, but this very much stinks in the face of the play while it installs from the current gen.
Right.
Was supposed to be a case of while it's installing, you can start the campaign. And I think Killzone did do this on PlayStation 4 launch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of Xbox games did it here and there where like you can start the campaign, and while it's installing, you can play the campaign as it goes.
A couple of PS4 games still do that. Like especially when you're downloading them, it'll have a little pip that says ready to start, and then it'll have the rest of the stuff.
Ready to start is BS, because ready to start on games now means load it up and play for example, using a sports analogy, load up the NBA game and play this one practice match with these two teams in the same arena over and over and over again until it's finished.
Your abilities match.
Yeah.
If you're even that lucky, because sometimes it's just, here's the main menu. You can't do anything because it's still downloading.
Yeah, it just has like the progress bar over like a fancy background where it's like, we're still installing. It's like, cool. Yeah. Thanks.
So dreams and so on and so forth sound great. We'll see what it's like when it actually comes to execution.
Exactly.
Same goes for Microsoft.
They also showed off the new controller, which they are being cagey about the name on, like it isn't going to be called the DualShock 5. Sony. But the big thing they're pushing this time is the adaptive triggers, which they're saying will change the level of resistance when you're pulling the triggers. The example that they gave was like you're pulling back a bowstring. The trigger's going to get harder and harder to pull down as you pull back the bowstring. One of those things, I feel very much like we're in this same phase we're in as consoles come out, be like, the controller has a speaker in it and a touchpad. No one ever uses it. And same thing with the current Microsoft Xbox One controllers. Like, I love the triggers rumbling in like Forza games.
Two types of games take advantage of the impulse triggers: shooters and racing games.
Yep. And that's okay. Like, not every game needs to use all the features, but we'll see how the as yet unnamed new Sony controller really comes to light when the console launches.
The Adaptive Shock 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Some games use this stuff well. I think Gears is a prime example. Like the impulse triggers on Gears, like the trigger vibrates as you're shooting, but as you're getting towards the end of the clip, it vibrates stronger, which is a game changer. If you start to notice that kind of stuff, then you're not SOL with no ammo.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff that like I'd like developers to use, but for new consoles, I'm not really there for that. I'm there for integrated SSDs day one so we can get back to load times that are nearing sensible.
Yes.
As I saw someone write on Twitter the thing that I am now keeping an eye out for. They're thinking that they're betting that by the time this generation ends, we will have a loading bar on top of another loading bar. So like arcade games where like you get rid of an enemy's health bar and there's like a pink one underneath and there's a green one. They're thinking about doing that, and it's like now I really want to see that.
Yeah, with the dual layer 4K disc.
That's right. All sorts of loading bars.
They already do fake loading bars as it is, where it's a bar that fills and then just empties and refills, and it just keeps cycling. It's like wow, this is loading quick.
Prey's my favorite one, where it's like loaded a loading bar to go to another screen for another loading bar. It's like, please, I just want to play the game, please. Speaking of not being able to play the game, Doom Eternal has been delayed to March 20th, 2020, what I'm now calling the Day of Video Games. Basically, they put out a big thing on Twitter that's like, we just need more time to get it right.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Good on them.
2 thumbs up. They're saying a couple other points here. Switch version is delayed further than that with no release date given. Makes sense. That's probably not their highest priority at the moment.
See if we can get it to run.
Right. Invasion mode will be released as a free update after the game launches. That's fine. Go crazy. Doom 64 will also launch on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. This was previously only a Switch exclusive. Pre-order the game, and you'll get it for free the day that Doom Eternal launches. So you can either play Doom 64 or Doom Eternal, day one. Make your choice.
Doom 64 while Doom Eternal's downloading.
That's right. This also means that Doom Eternal launches the same day as Animal Crossing New Horizons in the best crossover this industry will see. It's also in the same month as Final Fantasy VII Remake and Watch Dogs Legion. So,
Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1. Thank you very much.
That's right. I forgot. The box art confused me, and I forgot that it's just Part 1 of 18.
By the way, I was thinking about that the other day. If that doesn't get fixed for the European market, they are going to be dragged, because
it's not going to get fixed. I can guarantee it's going to be great.
If they don't change that, that is false advertising, which is a suable offense in Europe.
Yep.
I'm sure somewhere.
The only The only thing that I'm hoping, and I think it would be the thing that would destroy the internet, is that this isn't actually part 1.
It's the whole thing.
It's just the whole thing, and it's like the best MGS2 style, like, fake campaign we've ever seen. It'd be great if you get to Midgard and be like, credits, just kidding, go crazy. You get like 200 more hours.
Yeah, like Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah. God, Metal Gear Solid 5. That game.
I wish you didn't say that, Boston, because now I'm thinking it.
I know, it'd be great. It's not going to happen, but it would be the thing that would break the internet for good.
Yeah.
Like Fortnite going off for 24 hours. Last news story here. Steam will let you play couch co-op games online soon. They're calling this remote play together. If you remember Monster Hunter on the PSP, you have probably run into a very similar situation with tunneling programs.
Yes, including one installed on the PlayStation 3.
Yep.
That game was insane. I had a PSP faking information through to the PlayStation 3,
right,
while on an Xbox party chat to talk to the person I wanted to play with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was like every device in my house was on.
Yep. But you were playing Monster Hunter online, by God.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's going to launch soon, and I hope that will work well together, because I think there's still some games out there like River City Girls launched recently with only couch co-op, and a lot of people are saying like, yeah, but I'd like to play that stuff online. So give people the option to do that, and give developers the option of maybe not having to worry about that.
True.
Yeah. Let's talk about questions here. T-Bomb Rock sent us over a couple here. With Sony and Microsoft both confirming their next consoles will have SSDs, it has me wondering how much of a leap load times will be, and do you think we'll get at least 2 terabyte versions? I'm personally hoping they both will have a second slot so you can make a second internal drive.
Not as much of a leap as we want it to be.
No.
Right.
No offense, we ain't getting instantaneous. I don't care what these people say.
Unless you bring it down, like, if you continue to push 4K textures, the load times are going to increase. And if you push into 8K stuff with both of these consoles are, both of these manufacturers are saying they're going to support, it's just going to get longer. And I mean, you drastically cut it down, not instantaneous. Sony showed off a Spider-Man one where they loaded into New York in like a couple of seconds instead of like 30, 40 seconds. Great. I'll happily take that over what we got going on today.
Yeah. I mean, if they can cut it down by that much, then that's fine. I don't care. I'm still expecting to see load screens. I'm still expecting to see stuff.
How am I going to get hot tips otherwise?
Yeah. It depends on the cache system for me. It's like, how much of this are they going to keep cached at all time? Is it going to be a Grand Theft Auto / Rockstar thing where it loads the whole thing first and then you deal with it from there?
Right.
So, I mean, Grand Theft Auto 7, you're still going to have a minimum load time at the front of that to make the whole rest of it work that you need it
exactly. And I think part of it, too, is you really want them to integrate the SSD on the motherboard so you can have the fastest load time and the shortest way of traveling between all, like, the caches and the buses and all that stuff. Like, you want that stuff tightly integrated. And I think as long as these consoles both still support external drives, like the Xbox One and PS4 do, you have your option of, if I want the slower load times for whatever game, like, you put Binding of Isaac on your external drive. You don't need instantaneous load for a game that is fast already. And then you can put big stuff, important stuff on your SSD. I feel like that's a fair thing.
Yeah. Size-wise, what are we thinking? Because my guess is these people try and get away with the 500.
I think it'll be
a terabyte.
I think it'll be a terabyte. I think a 2 terabyte is still not financially viable if you're buying a separate hard drive, nevertheless, if you're putting it in a console that, for both manufacturers, you're trying to keep at $500 at launch.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think for the enthusiast market, when a console launches, that $500 price is a no-brainer. And I think a 2 terabyte internal SSD probably pushes that price over $500.
I think if they're going to do it, Microsoft will be the one to do it. Because
they'll eat that cost.
Issue eating those costs. And they'll also have no issue saying, here is the Scarlet, here is the Scarlet X. With a 2 terabyte hard drive instead of a 1.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Or just saying, like, here's a 1 terabyte and here's a 2 terabyte. Like, it's the same console, just, we didn't even change the name. It's just, here's our budget one and here's our $750 one.
And as for the slot, no console maker ever again is going to give you a slot that you can put anything into their hard drive, into their system.
Yeah, I don't think Sony's going to do it in the PS5. I think that's worked really well for them in the PS4, but I think the amount of support they've had to do for, like, the OS is on the drive, so you need to reinstall that when you switch drives, it has been pretty crazy. I think with USB 3 and external drives, I don't think they need to. It's obviously not as fast as an internal drive, but I don't think that's the point anymore.
Well, and I'm hoping that with the new systems, it's not so much an issue with Microsoft, but with Sony, they need to revamp their transfer stuff.
But they need to have transfer stuff, yes.
Yeah, because no one really thinks about it. But the PS4 transfer, when I went from a regular PS4 to a Pro, was atrocious.
I didn't even do that. I saved all my stuff to the cloud, and I just re-downloaded everything.
But even upgrading, because I upgraded it, because that only came with a 500 gig hard drive.
Right.
So I upgraded that to a 4 terabyte, and even just messing around with that crap was a pain.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I feel like when I look at the Sony's PS5, I think the minimum they need to meet is a lot of current features of the Xbox One, where it's like transfer should be really easy. If you're saying that you're going to seriously support a lot of PS4 backwards compatibility, I need you to be able to let me transfer that stuff from the PS4 in like sort of a pipe dream thing. Because it's like, I don't want to download 120 gigs of Destiny 2 again. Yeah. I will, but thankfully I don't have any internet data caps anymore because we pay a stupid amount of money. But for a lot of people, that's still a serious problem for games that continue to get bigger. And if the PS5 isn't some sort of liquid cooled or quieter, I'm going to lose my mind.
Well, unfortunately, they can't use that sweet vapor cooling that Microsoft have got.
Just license it from Microsoft and be like, hey, man, let's work out a deal. I can put that. We're on the Azure cloud. We need that vapor cooling.
We'll give you the 8K drives. You give us the vapor cooling.
That's right. Yeah, it's a good barter system going on here. Yeah. T-Bomb Rocks also asks us, what are some of your favorite RPGs that have bad or barely tolerable battle systems?
Legend of Dragoon.
Yeah, Legend of Dragoon was a little rough.
Go ahead. Well, I was going to say the quick time events in battle weren't bad. It was just the timing was always off.
Yeah, and like Lost Odyssey eventually did that right, and like the what were those games? It'll come back to me. I don't want to say it's bad, but I feel like the battle system in Chrono Cross was obtuse at best and outright confusing at worst. That was a really weird one where it's like you're filling up bars to fill up other bars to take chunks of the bar.
Weren't you assigning abilities or something to slots, and depending on what you assigned depended on how many you could assign to yourself or something?
Yeah, you had like
I vaguely remember how that worked now.
Yeah, you had like a cost basically, and each additionally like attacks took part of it. It's a lot. Yeah.
Alpha Protocol.
Yeah.
Great RPG, horrific combat system.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like the randomizer.
You're right, I don't.
Sometimes you roll like crap, man. Sometimes you gotta hit that crit 1.
Yeah.
I'm a natural failure. That is correct.
I don't know. I feel like most RPGs rely on their battle systems so much that it's often not just a disaster.
A lot of people hated Final Fantasy 13's.
Sure,
just because it was that weird in-between of active and non-active, which, I mean, 12 did as well. A lot of people hated 12 because it was more MMO without it being an MMO.
Right. Yeah, 13's battle system was... It got there eventually, like 13 did, but it was still really weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything just really terrible. I didn't like The Witcher 1's battle system just because it really didn't feel great.
Mm-hmm.
But did you not like it because the system wasn't great, or because prepping was kind of a pain?
Prepping was fine. I didn't feel like the actual action of hitting enemies with your swords felt good.
I just know a lot of people fell off of that because you actually had to prep for fighting the particular monster you were going to fight.
Yeah, it wasn't optional.
Yeah, and nobody really liked that, which was actually what I really liked about the game.
Yeah.
My hot take, the Paper Mario series.
Oh, that is a hot take.
I don't like that combat.
You don't like the timing?
The timing, but the turn-based stuff I'm fine with. It's the timing stuff, because when I play turn-based RPGs, I zone out. I can't
just want to hit attack, and
I just want to hit A to attack and be good.
Yeah, kill some slimes.
And then next thing you know, I'm getting hit in the face with my own Koopa shell that I kicked at somebody, and it's just like, great, so I just did damage to myself because I'm an idiot.
Right. I can see that. Yeah. All right, well, that's our episode this week. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. You can visit us at tvgp.tv, everywhere to find and follow us on the right-hand side of the page, including the merchandise store. Buy yourself some really great, high-quality, dumb shirts and put them on your body. You should. Patreon.com/E1M1. The ones are numbers. Get all the behind-the-scenes and early access stuff. ODNF is not quite here. That'll be next week. We've got We Rogue Like It, and also next week we'll be hitting the ranking, which will be a really interesting one. A lot of them are exciting to get into rankings. This one is one of those ones where I still don't know. I'm excited to see where it turns out.
Is it better than Sunless
Right. Is it better than Sunless Sea? Yeah, patreon.com/E1M1. If you're not listening to ODNF or We Rogue Like It, those are both in the public feed. You really should be listening to both of those. They are great. Game Club is Grow Home. 1 week left on that, and our 16-week playthrough of Grow Home. I think that's it. So we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, start off with you, Nimp.
All right, I have Live, Laugh, Love, Blood Points. Sharing is caring. I care the most. Fell for the kitty trap. Schrodinger's cat.
That one's good.
M is the secret recipe. That's a mucho kill. And in-game non-raid activities. I don't know why, but that just sounded like it rolled off the tongue really well.
Yeah, I feel like the clarification with games that get bigger than this is like, well, it's this, but not this, but this, and not that. All right, Moon, what you got?
A ding ding. Unforgivable Sin. PG Tips Monkeys. Old Sugar.
Yeah.
Be Faster, DPS Harder. Just a Warm Body. Quest Barf. Riddles on Riddles. I am a natural failure.
Forgot about that one. I am a natural failure. I have 4 games. I think you kept saying that, but in the moment, it's not great. Good gross or gross gross. Also, optionally, just gross gross. Drippy bits. Apex Legends new fighter Shieldo. Live, Laugh, Love Blood Points. That's a Mucho Kill, Old Sugar, Quest Barf, and I'm a Natural Failure.
It's got to be Live.
Live, Laugh, Love Blood Points is really good. I mean, a lot of the other ones are great. Any other week, Gross Gross might have won.
Yeah. I am a natural failure runs pretty well with the show's theme as well, but...
It's true. Live, Laugh, Love Blood Points is just too strong.
Yeah. I think it kind of walks with it this week.
Yeah, sometimes it's number one with a bullet. I'll agree with you.
Sometimes it's Usain Bolt, sometimes it's the guy in second place.
That's right. Okay, let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm good.
I got nothing, man. Absolutely nothing, because number one, I don't get the reference. I've neither read nor seen the
I have not either.
Equivalent materials.
No.
It's purely an American thing you wouldn't understand.
a bit like TVGP monkeys.
That's right.
Yeah, let's go. I don't care. I'll figure it out.
It's like us putting out a Grimace reference. It's like that's probably not going to play.
Dude, I know Grimace.
Yeah. Everyone should know Grimace. He's
Grimace
a monster.
Grimace is universal.
Oh, good. I like Grimace. All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 625 for October 14th, 2019. Live, laugh, love, blood points.
Winning doesn't even matter.
Keep calm and stab on.
Damn you. All right, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
And we're done recording.